good day at Ozinga?
A good day is a busy day.
Oh, a good day is when we don't get any upset customer phone calls. I like everything nice and even, you know?
When everything runs smooth and nobody notices the IT department, that's a great day for us.
A good day is when, like I said, I don't hear from my boss. I'm sure he doesn't want to hear from me either. B, we deliver 5,000 yards and we have no trucks returned.
It's just being able to come to work and know that I'm cared about.
Every day. Every day's a good day.
Find something you enjoy doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
You know, there's a number of things I've written down. I don't know, you probably don't want me reading though. It's a company where people are treated with dignity and respect. You know, it's a company where employees are not a number, but they're part of a team. It's also a company where an employee with unusual circumstances is cared for compassionately, and I consider it a privilege to have been part of this company and part of the team.
My uncle Marty always used to say, and I've heard his son Marty say it many times, and now I hear his grandson Marty say it all the time, is that we're here to be servants. We're here to serve God, and we're to serve the crown of His creation, our fellow man. We want this world to be better because we were here, and in that way we can honor God.
You know, I have it drummed into my head, you know, all the time growing up from my dad that this business is to honor and glorify God, you know, and it's like one of these staple statements. When you look at all that I just mentioned, and then you step back and you look at all that God's done in our business and in our employees' lives and in our customers' lives and basically our whole business family. It's incredible. It's pretty cool.
You're talking to a guy who grew up in a big Catholic family. I'm the 8th of 10, and my father was a concrete contractor, okay? What it takes to work together is vision. Somebody had to have vision. When Ozinga started in 1928. Somebody had vision this was going somewhere.
My dad was called Big Marty. Big Marty was the president of the company. Big Marty was the boss. I was Little Marty. And that was fine with me. I was happy to be my father's son. I was a senior in college. My dad said, if you're interested in this ready-mix business, we'll hang on to it till you get out of school, and then you'll have an opportunity to see what you can do with it. So at 23 years old with a degree in psychology, I sat down behind a desk and I was the general manager of Ozinga Brothers, the ready-mix business. Now, I knew a little bit about driving a truck and carrying cement bags around, loading trucks. I didn't know the first thing about accounting or sales or anything else. I had a huge amount to learn, and I poured myself into it. When I started, we had 45 ready-mix trucks and maybe 80 employees altogether. And at our peak a few years ago, before this current recession started, we were up to over 500 ready-mix trucks and almost 1,000 employees.
But when I started, Marty, Rich, and Norm were on the board. They were, you know, in charge. The leadership then was passed down to Marty the third from his dad, and Marty the third became president. I remember Ruthie had sent him a great big bouquet of red roses, you know, and Marty was very, I don't want to say embarrassed, but was kind of like shy about it. He kind of just took it and put it right in his office, you know. But I've seen it come full circle.
For the last 10 years, I've had more fun than ever because I not only get to do my job, but I get to have my kids enter the picture. I get to mentor them. I get to give them challenges and assignments and watch them take those challenges and assignments and do really well.
It's interesting how time goes, you know. It wasn't that long ago that Marty Rich and I took over for our dads. And we always expected this day would come. You know, you hope and pray that it comes, that there's another generation to come through and provide leadership for our team. So it's a day to celebrate. I mean, we're all excited about it. Some of it is formal because who we kidding? You know, Marty and his brothers have kind of been running the place right along.
I often thought that one of the reasons my dad had such a ambition to grow Ozinga was because he had 6 boys, and he knew that it wouldn't work if they were all sitting in the same office kind of staring at each other.
I've determined that it's time for me to get out of their way. I love what I do. I don't really want to not keep doing it, but for the sake of it's their turn. And I want to allow them to have the same exciting opportunity I had, but it's a big deal for me. Doesn't matter to anybody else, but it's a big change for me.
It says to everyone, we're here to stay, and we're going to do really well.
I think we've got the right guys with the Marty 3 sons. I mean, these are all their businessmen. I think they've got it built in. I mean, they want to expand. They want customer service. They want the best quality. And it's going to work.
Well, I go back to our mission, you know, and we have this mission that's been passed down from generation to generation that says we're to first and foremost honor and glorify God in all we do and to serve the crown of His creation. When we are working together and we're working towards the same common goals, it's amazing what the results are, how powerful that can be, and it's a real privilege to be a part of something so much bigger than yourself.
I believe they want their employees to succeed. And I think they've learned that if their employees are successful, the company will be successful.
If you look around the company, you can see that. I mean, you know, we got the best people in this industry working for us, hands down. I mean, there's no question about it.
You are immersed in an environment that allows you to succeed as an employee and as a person.
You feel like there's the confidence that you will get the job done in the way that it needs to be done. So there's like a level of professionalism.
We managed to put a fantastic team together of all these people that, you know, you come into work and they care.
The Ozinga company is really blessed with the good employees that they have. Their heart is very gregarious, if you could say it.
It's just been simply awesome and wonderful. The people we've been working with, the people I've met over the years, the friendships, the bonds.
It's a great team. Great team.
It's the extended family to my family, and my name might not be Ozinga, but I'm made felt to be like I'm part of that.
I mean, if you're going to sell concrete, Ozinga is the place to be. I always felt that way. We have a lot to sell, and we back it up. We have a great product, great people, finest of everything.
Will we make mistakes? Sure. Will things always be the same? No. Is life always going to be easy? No. But we're in it together.
In the last 5 years, we've seen highest peak of all time and one of the lowest troughs that the industry or a lot of organizations or even the economy of the United States of America has seen in a long time or maybe perhaps forever.
It wasn't like a slow decline to where you could kind of forecast that. It really just fell and it stopped, and different market segments just stopped. And that was really hard to get a handle on, to the point where, you know, we were doing half of our volume from 6 months to the next 6 months. We lost half of our volume.
I go talk to my dad. I'm like, Dad, this is bad. Like, you know, how are we gonna get out of this? You know, and it's like, well, you know, we've been through things like this before. This one's probably the worst, but you know, we'll get out of it and we'll figure it out. And it's like, no, you don't understand, you know.
And there was a lot of questions, not just at our company, but in the industry and all over the place as where is this thing going? And when you're right in the thick of it, it really challenges you. It was also difficult from on a personal side. I mean, my grandfather passed away in the early part of 2010, and then my mom died. So it just rocked the family at one of the most difficult years in the history of the organization here. We have one of the most difficult years personally as well. And so, you know, that was a challenge. Getting back to our mission, we're here to serve God, and life is so much more than making a yard of concrete or making a dollar. And going through those difficult times, knowing that He carried us through, it gives us that much more confidence, but a quiet confidence, a humble confidence that we don't feel like, you know, we're big shots, because we know in a short amount of time we can lose it all.
As things start to come back, as business starts to pick up again, we continue to gain market share, and we continue to move forward in technology and advancement. It puts us in a leadership role when the economy starts to recover.
We talk often about that Ready Mix is a real local business, and it's so much based on relationship. We're serving people, and as we do that, we understand what their needs are and how do we respond to those needs. Try to figure out, hey, do we have the systems in place that keep us efficient, keep us quickly responding to the needs of people and needs of the marketplace?
We're in a constant state of change, and that goes a little bit to a personality characteristic, I guess. Most people's goal in life is to get it under control, get it steady. That drives me nuts.
We didn't start out as a ready-mix concrete business. And so if we just said, hey, no, we're a coal company, we would have been obsolete.
Through the years, everything that we've done, we've always been on the cutting edge of everything. So I like to think out of the box. So sometimes it gets me a little bit in trouble because I'm way out of the box.
You have to approach your job from the standpoint of every day we come to work and think, how can we do this better? More efficient, more effective, better margins, better processes, better procedures. Because you have to assume that your serious competition is doing the same thing.
So we want to be sure as time goes on that we're responsive to whatever the needs of the marketplace are.
There's no question that the best days of Ozinga Brothers are ahead of us. We're expanding to different locations. We're doing jobs out of state. We're working on a cement project right now, which will really establish us for as long as the family wants to have the company.
I love working here. I want to be here for a long time.
Ship is sailing, and there's nothing we can't do or nothing we can't accomplish.
I think they had a great vision here, and they still do. And yeah, they're headed in the right direction for a long time to come.
It's our company. I mean, I yet feel that way. It's my company. Doesn't say Ozinga right there. I think it's WINKLE Ready Mix.
It's an exciting time, very exciting time. Exciting for me. Again, it's change. And I like change. I keep telling myself, I really like change.